Well, admittedly, I'm a bit overdone this morning, but I'm going to a dinner tonight, and I was kind of testing this out. I might wear this tonight, depending on how cold it is. This pretty velvet coat Trisha bought for me at Cracker Barrel in Athens, Georgia, when we were there. And my stepsister-in-law Charlene took this cross off herself and gave it to me. And my friend Lisa Kettler and I were out shopping one day, and she bought me these earrings. Do you notice my hair? I am blown away at what it's doing. It is getting dark. You see at the roots, it's got a dark gray and then a very light gray. And I'm gonna hopefully we're gonna see what that does. I'll probably leave that alone. I think if it's a pretty gray, I'm thrilled to death to be gray. I even have a gray wig, as you know, and I'm hoping that it will be a pretty texture and a pretty color. Anyway, I'm going to let it alone for a while and see what happens. You know, God knows more about all this stuff than we do. I got two things I wanted to show you. This is a coffee grinder, but I deliberately had Rick order one that you grind yourself because I'm supposed to be exercising these hands. And you know what? I can barely do it. He ground up a whole bunch of stuff for me. But he also got a pill splitter. Say that 5 times. And this little thing you open up and put the pill in and then close it down. So I have learned that if I split the pills first, then I can grind them. And so he ordered me some vitamin C that was helped me so big. Cannot believe how big. And he ordered the kind that's supposed to be easy to swallow. Well, they were not easy for me to swallow. I've had 4 surgeries on my throat. So, it's a little bit testy down there. Plus, I had radiation at the throat, for 35 times, and that makes a difference in how it works there. Anyway, I am in a work in progress about the pills, and I've got all my regular medications are ways that I can swallow them. And he's right about the buttermilk. The buttermilk makes them all much easier to swallow and helps your stomach and your digestion after you swallow them. Another thing Rick taught me that I did not know, and I bet you don't know either, is that you can take your finger and slide it from one letter to the other when you're texting. Do not lift your finger, just slide it from one letter to the other in the whole word, and then take your finger up or stop it. That sliding mechanism activates something in what is that word? I can't even remember these modern words. Logarithm. I can't say that word. Something about rhythms. Anyway, the iPhone knows the word you're trying to say after you have said 2 or 3 letters. That's just the way the language is. And it will put it in that text, or it will put it down under the text where it's the whole word, so you can tap that. It is so much easier. I've got a dark spot right there. Makeup and I don't work well together. Anyway, I'm forgetting to slide like that, but it actually spells the word better, and I have less problems with the sliding than I do with just tapping. My friend Trisha says she can't dictate the text because the iPhone does not understand Georgia, doesn't understand her southern accent. Well, I wanted to tell you also that I was having trouble with my disposal, and I remembered that my stepson, Ed Gibson, and his son, Davis, invented a new tool for garbage disposal that will allow you to fix it without taking it all the way out. And I called Home Depot and asked them if they carried Dr. Disposal, and they do. And I asked the lady how much it was, and she said $9.99. So we're going to get one, and I am so grateful that he's good at that. And you know, my son Rick has a number of patents. He hasn't, they are not out yet, but it's amazing what people can do. And my grandson Christian and his co-writer have been #1 on the country charts for 2 weeks now with the song Thank God. And I'm so grateful for my grandson writing that. Kane Brown and his wife Caitlin did a video of that, and there's a symphonic version, a summer symphony version you can find on YouTube, or the video by Kane Brown and his wife Caitlin. It's a great song, and I've forgotten what the Country Music Awards, or some award program, they sang it, and anyway, it's just amazing what human beings can accomplish. And I am so grateful that it is happening, that people who are doing things are making a difference. My son Lauren has a nonprofit called Community Rehabilitation, and his whole community where he lives is changing. People are getting with it and making repairs and painting and making a difference in the world. The apostles. Paul was a tent maker. Peter was a fisherman. Luke was a doctor. Judas was the treasurer of the apostles. And Zacchaeus was a tax collector. We all have jobs. We all have things that we need to do. But the most important part of those jobs is to be a Christian, to be dedicated to the Lord, and to have our works that we do dedicated to Him. He has, after all, He has given us the talents, the gifts, the work ethic, the discipline to do these wonderful things. I am so grateful for all of your gifts, and I pray you'll use them for the Lord. God bless you today.